Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I'm doing another forgotten eyeshadow series. So you can tell by the title I'm using the dollbeauty Peaches and Pop Tart palette. I love this palette so much. It is honestly one of my favourite palettes I've ever kind of discovered over the past kind of less than a year. Actually, I've had this less than a year. So if you don't know what my forgotten eyeshadow series is, it's essentially the eyeshadow palettes I own. I always tend to kind of forget about some of the shades, and I thought let's make a series where I use those shades just to kind of see if I can make any really decent looks out of them, because I tend to always go for the same shades again and again. Yeah, and the other ones kind of get left behind. So I thought today would be me using this palette because it's been such a long time since I've actually used it. I did do an initial kind of review on it a while ago, if you want to check that out. But if you've never seen what it looks like, honestly, it's gorgeous. I'm going to hide the mirror so you don't have to see the mirror. But this is honestly one of the most gorgeous palettes ever. I think on their website it still might be £20 because this is part of their older packaging. I know that they're kind of doing a bit of a, not rebrand, but they're kind of repackaging a lot of their stuff. So a lot of their highlighters and bronzers and eyeshadow palettes are kind of decently priced at the moment. So yeah, this is £20, but normally it's £40. So when I first did a few looks, I mean, I would always use some of these ones because they're just right up my alley. So today I'm going to start on my eyes. I've got some sellotape on just to kind of help me guide a little bit because I'm a bit rubbish at that. So yeah, let's start off with a nice transition shade because I don't want to go in with anything too heavy. So I'm going to try again, I'm going to try and use the shades obviously that I don't use a lot, but it's quite difficult to see because they all look like I haven't used them. So I'm going to start off with Yum Yum, which is just here, and I feel like I might have used it before, but this is going to be a transition shade. I'm only taking on the top of my lid. I don't have anything on my eyes, so I am just going in just with my normal skin, if that makes any sense. So there's no primer and there's no base or anything, so I'm just going in with this straight away. And I always like to use sellotape because my eyes can get pretty messy. I know I'm starting on my eyes today, but I still wanted to just make it a bit more defined because why not? Basically. So today is like a very gloomy day today. It's today's Tuesday and I'll be uploading this on Wednesday basically. But honestly today is yeah, a very gloomy day and I'm all about it, even though it's so dark. So I apologise if the lighting goes a little bit funny. I'm using the natural light, so yeah. I'm now going to go in with another shade and let's try it again. Obviously let's try something we haven't used. I'm going to go in with, let's go in with Ripple because it's a really bright orange just here. I could regret this because obviously it's not really the weather for a bright orange eyeshadow, but who cares? So I am gonna, sorry, not gonna block you guys, but yeah, this is kind of like a neon orange. Again, this oh, I love this palette. When I first got it, honestly, I think it was this year. That's again, like I mentioned, dollbeauty were doing like a massive sale where a lot of their stuff they were obviously trying to get rid of. And I still think they have quite a lot of it on their website, so I don't know how much stock they had. But yeah, this was £20 and you can get it on Beauty Bay, I believe, but it's full price on there. But if you go on their actual website, it is cheaper. And they do have another palette, but I didn't manage to get it. I think they do have it in stock, but it's not on sale. And I can wait for that because, you know, £40, still a little bit pricey, but obviously this eyeshadow palette is huge, so it's not like it's a mini palette. So yeah, you can see the orange is blended in really nicely, and then now we're going to go in with, so I'm not showing you guys, but I'm just trying to figure out which I can use. So let's go with Peach Sorbet, which is just at the top here, and they do come with 2 eye pigments as well, which are like these loose glitters. They're okay, they're nice, they're not anything majorly special, to be honest. I'd rather like using the actual shimmers in the palette. So yeah, I'd rather just use that instead of using those, and they're quite messy. So if you don't really want to get your eyes messy or anything, like, you know, before you do your base or anything, that's fine. But if you honestly, it's the morning, so of course the police are going to be around. Yeah, so if you do have any glitter glue, I do believe those do work really well. But I don't actually have any glitter glue, so when I use them, I tend to just use some of the brush to put them on, which isn't an issue at all. But they are very messy, so be careful in case you do want to use them. But they're really nice, they are. But again, the glue will probably help the pigment much better. So yeah, you can see this is like so pigmented and just gorgeous. And I think with those 3 shades, I believe I've done quite a good job. Normally it'd be quite shit, but that's looking pretty good. And so now I am going to finish off with a shimmer. And like I mentioned, I'm not going to use these 2 today because it's just so much mess. So they do have, how many shimmers? 1, 2. They have 2 shimmers. I'm going to go in with Rush, which is the one at the bottom, because I don't think I really used that one. And I might put ice in my inner corner actually. Look at me playing with what I got. So yeah, these shimmers are absolutely stunning. So I'm going to put that in the kind of middle and go up, kind of like a halo, and just blend it out so it's not too harsh. Yeah, very nice. And I'm glad I started off on the eyes, because at least when I do the rest of my face, it's kind of going to be defined quite nicely. And then on here, so yeah, it's looking good. And of course, dollbeauty have so many different, they actually have a new set of, they're not new, but they do have some nice mini eyeshadow palettes, which are super cute. They're like, I think they must be about this big, and I think they're about £27 or something, but they do look super nice. They remind me of the new-ish kind of Too Faced mini palettes, the mini square ones. But yeah, they look super cute, so maybe in the future, if they put them on sale, I'll get them too. So like I said, we're going with ice, and I'm going to put them in my inner corner and maybe my brow bone. Not that I do anything with my brows, but just to kind of make it a bit more defined at the top. Yeah, that's pretty good. And inner corner time as well. A lot of these obviously are not for inner corner, but they're just really gorgeous and pigmented. Okay, perfect. So essentially that's really all I'm doing with the eyes. I'm just going to quickly take off my sellotape and then I'll finish the rest of my face. So yeah, I was just thinking I might as well just do the rest of my makeup on camera, because why not? So with the primer, I mean, a lot of these products I did use in one of my previous videos, just because when I was sorting out my makeup this morning, I was like, you know what, whatever's in my little box already, I'm just going to use those. So again, second impressions, this is the Bright Maker primer by NYX. And when I first tried this, it did feel super nice on my skin, so I'm hoping it will continue. I'd only put on a little bit of my face milk because I remembered I had to put my rosacea medication on, so I was just like, oh crap, I need to do that first, because obviously I need to get that onto my skin as opposed to it going over makeup, you know, just that whole stupid shit. But yeah, this smells amazing. It smells super nice. It's got papaya inside, and yeah, it smells gorgeous. I kind of am not a fan of scented products because it can be very hit and miss. For example, if it's a very like heavy scented product, then sometimes obviously if it lingers, then that's a really bad thing. But for example, when it comes to something like citrus, citrus gives me a really bad headache, so I can't have anything too orangey. But everything else is pretty nice. So let's go on to foundation, and a really old favourite, Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade F3. So I kind of feel like I've pretty much run out of this, but I wanted to test this today to see if I have. I maybe have to throw it away just so I can maybe buy another one, because it is so damn nice. It is one of my favourite foundations ever. And it only cost, I believe it was like £10 from Superdrug and Revolution website and everything. I think they still have it. Like I said, I know it's a little bit old, but I really love this. It is super, super good. So I'm just going to blend that all in with my foundation brush. And okay. So tell me how you guys have been doing. I know I've obviously mentioned in some of my, one or two of my previous videos, that I'm kind of slowly getting back to myself, because the past few weeks I've just been feeling like shit. Basically, I've just not been kind of feeling myself and not feeling so happy in a lot of things. Not like, it's mostly just, how am I going to put it? It's not my relationship or life like that. It's just other kind of things I'm just kind of like a bit fed up in, and I'm looking to kind of change them. So, you know, if I, you know, I'm the kind of person now where I'm like, if I'm not happy, I need to change it. And of course, I still love doing my videos, so I'm not stopping those. Sorry to those who are like, oh, wish you'd fuck off, but I'm not going to be doing that, because I just love filming videos. It's a nice escapism for me. And so, yeah, I will still be obviously filming, but it's just other things, oh, just dropping everything, that I kind of feel like I want to just, yeah, move away from. So powder, going in my Revolution. Use so much Revolution, it's actually insane. That's not intentional, it's just that they're one of my favourite brands. And of course, this is part of my project pan, so I thought I would just use this as well. I kind of neglect everything else for my project pan. I don't know why. It's been a while since I've used my eyeshadow palette, and of course we know eyeshadow palettes take the longest to actually get rid of, so I might have to use that soon. I might have to do a video on that. I don't know, it's a really nice small palette, but we'll see what we can do. So now let's go on to blush, and again I'm testing out one that I tried in my last video, but it's the Collection Gorgeous Glow blush, and yeah, it's basically shaped like this. It's basically well, I don't think it's a dupe, but it looks exactly like the Fenty Beauty kind of shadow sticks. And actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? I just don't want to ruin my makeup, even though I'm obviously just working for the rest of the day, because this is early. But I don't want to shift my foundation. But yeah, this is again like a second impression for this, because I only used it for the first time in my video on Sunday, I believe. So yeah, it's quite nice. I'm still like getting used to how to use these type of products, because I just am normally kind of like, oh okay, I'll just use a powder and then I'm happy. So everything else is kind of using that on top, and then I'm going to powder it down so it's not too sticky. And then with highlighter, I'm just going in with one of my Kiko highlighters. Well, this is the only one that I have, to be honest. It's not one of mine, it's the only one that I've got, in the shade Open Mind. So it's kind of like a pink highlighter. It's still quite nice. Just gonna dig in there to get in there a bit more, because this one is got kind of like an icy top on it, but kind of got to dig deep to get in there. Perfect. I don't know if I should add anything on my lower lash line, just ever so slightly, maybe. Let's use something that I've already got on a brush, so I don't have to go into the actual palette, just because yeah, let's go in with that, with this shade. I think it was the bright orange one, so I'm going to use it very slightly on my lower lash line, like I mentioned. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I look a bit ill, but that's fine. And like I said, because these shadows are so pigmented, you don't need to go in heavy. You can just go in just nice and mildly, to be honest. Oh, wonderful. Okay, now I look like Lydia from Beetlejuice. I just look extra ill. Okay, so with mascara, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Lash Freak. I got this on Sunday as well, just because I really wanted to try it. And I thought, you know what, it's a mini size and it's £12, I believe. So it's better than me spending, I don't even know how much a full size is, like maybe £25, and I don't spend that much money on mascaras, to be honest. I mean, if I like it, then I'll just get a mini again. But I'm generally not like that. If there's something that I buy again and again, it's either a foundation or a powder. I never really buy certain things again unless it is completely groundbreaking. And for a mascara, I don't think it's groundbreaking at all, but it's still quite nice. And I know it's not been out too long, so yeah, nice cute size. So yeah, let's go on to the lips now. And this is not a new product at all, it's just one of my old Fenty liquid lipstick. So I'm going to put this on off camera. This is in the shade Underrated, and I got this during one of the Christmas collections. I think it must have been last year, because it's one of the small ones. So I'm just going to quickly put this on and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and wow, I feel actually really pretty today. I think everything kind of worked really well, and of course we were just concentrating mainly on this palette today, and probably didn't talk about it as much as I was really supposed to, because obviously the main point of the video was to test this out a bit more. But again, if you do want to see like another review, you can check out my main video on this. Honestly, this palette is worth it. Obviously if it's still on their website for £20, I really recommend it. They do have another palette, I can't remember what it's called, but it is a really nice palette too. Like, it looks really nice because I've not tried it. But everything else I think came out really nicely. Obviously we're not really concentrating on those, but yeah, altogether I think everything looks pretty good. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. Get a closer look up of this makeup look. And yeah, I hope you're doing very well, and I will be back very soon with another video. And take care. Bye bye.